Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my channel. My name is Meg and I'm a fully qualified yoga teacher, a beautician and a masseuse. And this is my YouTube channel where I talk a lot about yoga, tips and tricks and things that you guys can follow along from home, as well as some health and wellness as well. Today I am going to be doing like a recovery stretch. This is going to be really good to incorporate into your routines after you've done a workout. It's perfect for everyone, any ability. You don't need anything really to do this stretch. I always recommend using a good quality mat onto a hard surface, but it's not the end of the world if you don't have it. It's better to stretch without a mat than to not stretch at all. You can use blocks and you can use straps as well to do this class, and when you're ready we will get started. We're going to start in a cross-legged seat. Let's take the hands onto the shoulders and we'll start with some shoulder rolls. As you inhale, we're going to bring the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, roll them down and away. Inhale, the shoulders come up. Exhale, roll them down. And then we'll take those circles the other way. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, roll them forwards and down. Keeping the hands onto the knees. Let's do some cat-cow spines here. We'll inhale, push the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, gazing forward up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we'll tuck the tailbone under, spread through the shoulder blades, creating a C shape with the body. Inhale, coming forwards. And exhale, rolling back. Getting some movement across the spine here. And we'll come back into a seated position. Let's just stretch the neck out quickly here. So let's take the hands down in towards the ground. We'll bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Roll it forwards, left ear, left shoulder. Roll forwards. Right ear, right shoulder. We're going to hold this for a couple of breaths, picking up the right hand, placing it onto the left ear and just gently squeezing and pushing the head in towards you, pushing the left shoulder away from you. We'll let go of the head. We'll come all the way down. Left ear, left shoulder. Same thing again. We're picking up the left hand, placing it onto the ear and just pushing down onto the head, getting a deep stretch across the body. And all the way up. Hello. We're going to take these into some side bends from here. Right hand comes down, left arm comes all the way up. Maybe coming down onto the forearm, but only if you can keep your sits bones or your bum down in towards the ground. If one of your, if your butt cheek is lifting, then squeeze it back down and come up onto the hand instead. We're lifting all the way up, gazing up towards the ceiling. We'll roll forwards, really push the floor away from you. Gazing up towards the ceiling, deep breath in. Exhale, we'll roll forwards and back up. Keep going on your own breath here. And roll forward. We'll do one more each way. Rolling and stretching forwards. We'll come all the way up and we're going to come into a tabletop from here. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're coming into our cow spine. Let's hold this for a couple of breaths. Really thinking about lifting the tailbone up and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Long, slow, deep breaths here. And we'll do the same, but coming into our cat spine. So we're tucking the tailbone under, lifting the belly, squeeze the chin in towards the chest and push through the shoulder blades. Breathing here. Really creating as much space between the shoulder blades as you can. Deep breath in. Coming back into your tabletop. We're going to take this into our puppy pose. So slightly lifting the tailbone here, walk the hands out and in front. Lift the tailbone a bit more. Make sure you're keeping your hips anchored over your knees so they're not rolling forwards or backwards, keeping them nice on top of the knees. Chest is slowly melting down towards the ground. Breathing here. Externally rotating your shoulders so you're getting a deep stretch underneath the underarms, maybe the tops of the shoulders, the upper back, through the hands. Making sure your hands are shoulder width apart. So if I had a yoga brick or block and I wanted to pop it in between your hands, it would fit there nicely. Couple more breaths here. We'll inhale, lifting the head up. We'll walk the hands back in towards you. We're going to come into our thread the needle from here. So we're lifting the right arm all the way up and threading it underneath the left. Walk the left hand out and in front, getting a deep stretch across the back of the shoulder. Deep breath in. We'll walk the left hand back in and up, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're bringing the left arm all the way up this time. Threading the left arm underneath the right. Walking the right hand out and in front. Stretching through the upper back here. We'll walk the right hand back in towards you. We're coming back into our tabletop. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. We're going to flex the toes and lean back slightly into the feet here. So this is option number 1 to get a good stretch kind of into the ankles and into the feet. Option number 2, we're going to flex and move the right foot back and behind and push the knee or push the heel away from you. So option number 2. Option number 3, we're going to pick up, do the same thing, but pushing the right knee and the right heel down in your down dog. Push through the hands. So choose which variation feels best for you. And then we'll swap over and do the same on the other side. So either keeping that flexion in the toes, leaning back, and just getting a nice stretch into the feet. Maybe taking the left foot back and behind and pushing the heel away, keeping the right knee down into the mat. Maybe taking this up into a down dog. So you're lifting the right knee up, pushing your left heel down in towards the ground. You should feel a good stretch all the way behind your left ankle, into the calf, maybe into the hamstring as well. And then we'll bring the knees back down. Let's come into our staff pose. Sitting up tall through the spine and through the hips, we're going to lead with the chest coming forward. You can always sit on a block here if you want to. We'll wrap the hands either around the feet, around the ankles, or around the shins. We're going to start with our toes flexed. Breathing here. Find where it feels good for you and stay here. We're opening up through the back, through the shoulders, through the hamstrings. Just let the body hang heavy towards the legs. Push the tailbone back and behind. And then we'll point the toes, opening up across the front of the ankles and into the shins. Slowly uncurling, coming all the way up. Come all the way down onto our backs. We're going to come into our happy baby from here. So we're going to hug the knees in towards the chest. Let the knees separate apart, coming in towards the corners of your rib cage, into where your armpits are. Flexing through the toes. Your hands are coming on the insides of the legs. Grabbing hold of either the ankles or maybe the outsides of the feet. Keeping the knees where they are, we're going to bring the feet all the way up and gently press down onto the feet to take the knees closer towards the ground. Happy baby. You can rock the head from side to side here. Try and focus on pushing your lower back and your upper back down in towards the ground. Breathing here. And we'll bring the big toes together. Hands come on the outsides of the knees. Squeeze the knees in towards the body. Have a good hug in here. Really hug those knees into the body. Exhale, let everything go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe. Anything you guys do to support me and support this channel honestly means the absolute world to me. So even if you're just watching these videos, liking, subscribing, commenting, these tiny little things all add up and they make such a difference. You can also send a super thanks now as well on my channel, which isn't obviously obligatory, but it means the absolute world to me if you do. And I look forward to practicing with you all again soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.